Today's Japanese slang term is Ririibe, which will not take us a long time to discuss, so don't worry, you will not be late to your Ririibe, which is a release event. That is for a CD, a DVD, some kind of thing being released, usually by an idol, a band, etc. Now I stumbled across this term randomly in a manga that I'm reading, and to my delight, I guessed the meaning correctly from context, finding that yeah, it is a shortening of a release event. So if you're a band like Atarashi Gakko and you're having a release event, you can use this term to describe that event. But the question, of course, is not just what does this mean, but how long has it been in use? And certainly, at least this term predates Twitter, as you can find uses going back to 2007, which is the earliest that Twitter has data. But interestingly, 2007 might just have been the year that this came out, because on Google, etc., the earliest use I can find is also in 2007. Really, the only thing we can know for sure, though, is that Ririibe can obviously not predate the adoption of Ririibe into Japanese, so when did that happen? Well, looking into Google, and specifically Google Books, I was able to find a hit from 1999, but hilariously, it's a false hit because it refers to a release event as in like releasing the clicker of your mouse. So that's also what this term can mean, I guess. Still though, Google Books was able to find a newspaper using the longer release event to refer to what is clearly a release event by 2004. So perhaps we can tentatively say that early 2000s for the initial use of release event, and then mid 2000s or so for Ririibe becoming a shortening. If I find any more detail on this, I'll be sure to have a Ririibe to let you know. But perhaps even more importantly, Google Trends does not show interest in either of these terms until the 2000s and 10s, so I imagine that really it was the increase in interest in idol culture, in biases, in the development of oshikatsu, and the wider spread of the internet, etc., that made these terms kind of everyday, because nowadays they are ones that you can find quite easily being used throughout Japan. And that's it, there's nothing else to say. It was a short video because the last thing I want to do is hold you up and make you late to a Ririibe.